Hi, we're back again. Got a little bit bigger angle on the oven here because that's where everything's going to be going on now. Got the chicken going here. Cabbage is going, chicken's going. Throw that no salt in there. I don't know, give it a good sprinkle, make sure it's all good, you know. Probably about, I'd say, 3 tablespoons. I don't know, good shake of pepper too, probably about 3 tablespoons. Chop up your onion. Now, a little trick to cutting up the onion, okay? Most people just take the onion and they slice it down thin, okay? Here's what you really need to do. Take your onion, do a pattern symbol type of thing, cut it about halfway down, cut it into little patterns. I'm going to show you here. Just like that, and then you're going to do the same thing, do the same thing down the other edge of it, okay? Now you've got like long patterns of it. These are the same kind of things that they do when they make those tumble fried onion roll thingies that you get from all the different places. Onion blooms, they're called. Take them, cut them in half, like that. Then you take your pieces, because you've already got them chopped off, turn them to the side, and slice it that way. You'll come up with a lot more pieces a lot faster. And about 1 cup of onion pieces. You're going to want to put those directly in with the chicken yourself again. Stir. Man, I gotta tell you, this is smelling really good. Got all that garlic in there, and the onion smell is starting to get to it now. The pieces are starting to cook up all the way through. Then you're going to want to take this, and we're going to take this from here, put it in, cool it down, put it in a blender after it's all cooked up, and then we're going to return it to the pot and continue to cook it with the chicken and the cream of chicken and the cream of mushroom and mixed with it with the Parmesan cheese. But before we get to doing that, we're just going to let this sit and finish cooking and finish the chicken, smelly stuff in there. Smelling good. And we're going to get that rice started. The rice is right here. Now, 1 cup of water for every, like 2 cups of water for every cup of rice. So we're going to do 2 cups of rice, 4 cups of water. Okay, so we got that right here going. Cabbage here. Sort of getting there. Not quite. Now we're going to get the strainer. And you're going to want to take your rice. Take your rice, put it into the container. I'm going to turn these down just a little bit. Measure it out to 2 cups. Strain it. Rinse them over some water and then put it in your pot. Here you go, about 2 cups. Strain there, throw it in the pot. Give it a good stir with some vinegar there. Bring to a boil. Now we got pretty much everything going. Getting down to that last bit. You're going to want to throw your last ingredients into a bowl and let them sit because they're going to go later on together with the rest of the meal thrown together. So we got the cream of mushroom soup. You don't have to cook this because this here is going to be in the casserole dish already cooking later on. You just want to get the ingredients out of it. That you're needing to use. Take a little bit of milk, about a half a cup of milk. You won't need a full cup because this is going on as a dressing. Remember, I don't measure anything, so just eyeball that. Take a little bit of this oil, olive oil, because we are getting close to having the ingredients of this here finished. In there. Like that. Alright, turn that chicken off because it is done. Put the chicken and that bacon is done. Garlic and all those onions, deliciousness. It smells so good. Now you could actually take this and mix it with some Alfredo sauce, and you come out with your ingredient right away. You can have this on anything and in anything, but not today. Not gonna do that. I'm gonna take this and transfer it over here. Put it in the blender. Let it cool. A little bit, no, I'm going to get out of here. We're going to put milk into it. Give it a little bit of milk moisture. We're going to probably cool it down a little bit since we don't have a lot of milk in the other one. We're going to need a little bit anyway. So there we go. You want it to have at least a half consistency in that container before you start it up to blend. Chop it up too much, but that's perfect consistency right there. I'm going to take it and we're going to mix it in with all the other ingredients. get it all mixed up in there like that. This has got the cream of mushroom soup, cream of chicken soup, the onion mixture, the chicken mixture, all of the milk, water, all the ingredients are pretty much in this paste right here that you got, that you're going to put inside of your cabbage rolls just as soon as they're done. And your rice is going to be added to this, and then you're going to bake it for about 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. At 350 degrees for about 25 minutes. After we prepare the rolls, that's going to be the oven. I'm going to preheat the oven in just a moment after we get the rice all done cooked up. Got it right now boiling, looks like. I'm going to check into it here. Give it a good stir. Bring it down to the simmer. We only wanted to bring that up to a boil for about 5 minutes, which is what it's been about. We're going to leave this thing off, and we're just going to cook all that water and all that heat. Take your Parmesan cheese, because it's already ready to go too. I'm going to slice it, and we're going to put it right underneath the mixture also. Spoon. Cabbage is done boiling because we're going to use the rest of the things just to mix it up. So just give me a few minutes and then I'll be putting it all together and rolling it all together and putting it inside the pan so that I can show you exactly the rest of this ingredient as it's together. I also got another can of cream of mushrooms, which you're going to put over the top of that after we get it all mixed up. Okay, so if that's done correctly, your flakes would come off really easily, and you just want to keep your core part up into the side, but you want to keep those big pieces of the crust parts, the big pieces, inside the thing, so that you can use them for mixing the ingredients together and doing your rolls. Now this part right here, just keep it off to the side. There's always good uses for it later. Use it in a salad, in a Chinese dish, anything you'd like to do. Keep your two centers by themselves. You don't want these in the mix. that you got those all done, you turn them back to the pot. So, lake them around. So you've got it broken up a little bit. Because we're going to return these back into the water with a little bit of butter over the top of them, so that they've got a nice little creamy buttery taste to them, but also that we get them coated with a little bit of butter before we put them into the container. That way it's a lot more of a good taste to get when we're baking it off. Also, this is also the time when you want to also like oil your pan for putting them into it. I left a little bit of water in the bottom of this pot so that it didn't burn once we started getting going, so that all can just mix in there with like that. And you want to put this one on a little bit of medium, maybe just a little bit lower to cook that. Turn your lid. Good right there. This is the easy part right here. So, I've been talking to the Lord lately. Has everybody else out there been talking to the Lord? Because the Lord's been listening to a lot of people. And I think that's great. Keep our prayers going. Everybody needs prayer. And also, thank the Lord for your blessings also. Say, thank you, Lord. I have been. This is why I have the music in the background, but right now we're on a commercial break. So I'm going to have to go and get that fixed real quick while we're taking care of this. I just broke up that butter in there so we can get the rest of this going. These look like they're just about ready to do. So that they're soft and, moldable. You want to be moldable when you do this. Now I don't have to go out there and fix the music. It looks like it fixed itself. That's good, because this is just about ready anyways. Turn that off. trying to figure out how to place things here. Okay. Mostly so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so then, got all of our, the rice is not totally cooked, it's al dente, okay, which is why we're going to mix it right now in with the rest of the mix at a later date. Actually, we're not going to put it with the later, we're going to keep it off the side. We're going to put one scoop in, and roll it. That'll probably be the best way to do this, okay, because that's the easiest way to do it. Take one of your cabbage rolls. Scoop of the mixture. Roll them up, put them off the side. Continue to do it until it's done. You're going to have small ones, you're going to have big ones. It doesn't matter how many you have. You just keep doing it until it's done. Put them up next to each other if you have to. You're going to have big ones and you're going to have small ones. It doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. You might even end up with a little bit extra stuff in your mixture done. Sometimes that happens. You're going to want to fold these, or roll these anyways, with the tough side in first. That's where you put your mixture, and then roll your leaf over. This is the top side here. Okay. Put your pocket of food in this thing, and then roll it into a pocket. Pretty much all of this is al dente. Okay, the real cooking hasn't even began yet. It goes in the oven. That's where the beginning of cooking actually happens. This is one of those long processed or different meals, so you need to have at least an hour or two to get it done. Start it early, because if you want to have dinner early, you want to have this thing be ready. Start it early. This ain't no wait around one. skip, folks. We got to preheat our baker oven. So we're going to put that at 375 degrees. I'm changing it. I know. I'm going to go a little higher this time. Once that beeps, we'll put a timer on it. Like we lost a little bit of the music, so I'm going to go take care of that real quick. Be right back with y'all. Give me a second. Almost done here. It shouldn't take you very long to do these, but of course I had to stop, so. And you're probably going to have quite a bit of mixture left over. Make them up later. Throw it into another dish. Doesn't really matter. You've got half of it already cooked. You can even put it away for a later date, because you can freeze this and keep it for a later date. The mixtures anyways, the rice you cannot, but the mixture, the bacon and the chicken and egg and all that mixture there with the cream cheese, you can save that until later. Put it in the refrigerator and keep it for 2 months. That's tops. store it out after that, it'll be ruined. It'll be bad. But for 2 months, you could have it in there and you can use it for other times. Make some other cabbage rolls. Like make them the old-fashioned way that you want to make them. With the tomato sauce, if you'd like. Get your mixture like that, make them all like so. And then you're going to take your take your cream and mushroom soup, the other one, pop it up. If you've got any mixture left over, which I didn't. And I want to put that on there too. And then you also want to put half a cup of water in there with that mixture. Mix it all together on top of it, get it all on the ingredients. And put it right with your hands, it doesn't even matter. You can wash your hands afterwards, not a big deal. Or you can put it on with a brush, but I don't need a brush. I want to get it all caked in that water. It's going to cook off. Evenly done. Okay, so after you got that all done, put it directly in the oven. It should be preheated already by now. Bottom shelf, turn it on, set your timer for about 20 minutes. Actually, go for 30, heck with it. "30 minutes, check on it in 20, make sure it's all done and not burning. 30 minutes from now, I'll see you, and we'll have the final ingredients and final results. I'll plate it, and you'll see how it goes. Thank you very much, Instagram, and I'll be right back after I'm done cleaning up. Have a great day.